so you can play.
Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and it's time for another Beat, Matt, Batrep.
MiniWarGaming's Beat, Matt, Batrep.
Synchronized dancing, I love it.
Yeah.
Got Chris here, all the way from Tennessee. What does a Tennessee accent sound like?
Like this, pretty much. Maybe a bit more y'alls.
Okay. I expect to hear it throughout the whole battle report.
You just might.
It's just a nice, thick Tennessee accent. And we're going to be playing a Tyranids versus Necrons battle report. Now before you're like, oh, forget it, I'm not watching this battle report because Necrons are in it. This is the first battle report that I played with Necrons after I've decided to kind of tone it down because of how strong they are. Although I've played against Tyranids before, and we actually had a really good matchup, so I'm not too worried about that. So hopefully the game will be good. It's always hard to tell.
Yep.
But having played Tyranids myself a lot, I built a list that I thought would be a good, fair, competitive list against Tyranids, so that we hopefully will have a lot of fun with that. So we're going to be playing 1,500 points, Maelstrom of War.
Yep.
And if, of course, you want to come in and challenge us to a battle report, we're always looking for more opponents. Go to MiniWarGaming.com/challenge for all the details. Let's take a look. On this side, we have my 1,500 points of Necrons, a combined arms detachment, not a Decurion. That's step number 1 in toning down the Necrons. And what I've decided to bring here, we have an Overlord with a War Scythe. So he'll be a nice, good, close combat unit. We have a Lord of War. We have Imhotep, the Stormlord, with a broken staff. But that's okay. And so he's got his Staff of Destroyer, which still works even though it's broken. Strength 6, AP 2, Assault 3. And then our troop choices, we have 2 of them. We've got a group of 10 Warriors and a group of 10 Immortals with Gauss Blasters. And then in our Elite slot, I'm actually bringing 2 Catan. So Catan is another way to tone down the Necrons a little bit, but they could actually be quite effective against Tyranids, especially with the Gaze of Death from the Nightbringer, which can take off a lot of wounds. And so we'll have to kind of see how that works. We have a Catan, Shard of the Nightbringer, and Deceiver. And then we've got, over here, we've also got our Blade Ones. And with Imhotep, if I decide to Deep Strike them, they can actually re-roll their Deep Strike. And then we have 6 Scarab Swarms in a group of 3 Spiders, because it's not part of the Canoptech harvest, so I can bring 3. And they've been upgraded with Gloom Prisons, which gives Adamantium Will to models or to units within 12 inches of them. That is my 1,500 points. On this side, we have 1,500 points of Chris's Tyranids. And this is also a combined arms detachment. Leading the charge will be a Hive Tyrant. What is he armed with?
He is armed with just as modeled, a Lashwit Bone Sword Heavy Venom Cannon, and he comes with a full squad of Tyrant Guard.
And then our other HQ slot
is a Winged Hive Tyrant, 2 sets of Twin Link Devourers.
Of course, so he's a good stock Flyrant. And then troop choice, we got 3 troop choices.
We've got a Broodlord with 5 Gene Stealers, no upgrades. A Turbogon, troop choice Turbogon with 30 Termagants to go with it, no upgrades again.
No upgrades on the Turbogon at all?
Yep.
And then elite slots.
We've got a 5-man squad of Zoanthropes, with this one proxying as the Neurothrope, and then a Maleceptor.
A Maleceptor. Alright, so lots of warp charges against a warp chargeless army. Though there is some Adamantium Will to help against that, but we'll see how that goes. And we've been playing on this table right here. Lots of terrain, which is always fun. So lots of ruins, lots of buildings to block line of sight and to give lots of cover as well. We'll be playing a Maelstrom of War mission. We still have to roll for it and everything else. So we'll come back after we're done all of that. So we are playing Tactical Escalation. That is the Maelstrom mission where you get more objectives as the game goes on. So basically the turn number. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'll work really well because Tyranids got the Warlord trait that lets him generate 1 additional tactical objective turn 1. So he actually gets to start with 2 instead of just 1. We rolled off and we placed our objectives, and then I got to choose table size, and I chose this side because, well, 1, 2, 3 objectives are on this side and the other 3 are kind of central. So that'll give the Necrons a good holding ground for holding objectives whenever that matters for the tactical objectives. And then Chris got to choose who would deploy first, and he deployed first. Now, Imhotep has a 5+ Seize initiative, or I should say that he gets to add or subtract 1 from his dice roll, which basically gives him a 5+ Seize initiative. And so he has to keep that in mind as he deployed, realizing that it's a 1 in 3 chance, not 1 in 6 chance that I actually do steal or seize. Got the Turbogon over here with his gaunts, and then the Psychic Power in the middle here, Hive Tyrant, a brood of Zoanthropes. Flying Hive Tyrant hiding behind the building, Maleceptor over here, and then Infiltrated Gene Stealers just to get a little further up. And then on the opposite side, we've got warriors on the one flank to kind of hold the objectives back there. Imhotep and the Overlord join the Immortals because I infiltrated the flayed ones. Imhotep's probably going to run up and join the flayed ones though. And then we've got our spiders and scarabs there, and our 2 Catan on the one flank to just try to harass and grab objectives wherever we can. So, and there is night fighting first turn because there has to be. Whenever you bring Imhotep, it's automatically night fighting turn 1, no choice. So, do you want to go first or second?
I would like to go first.
All right, I'll try to
see if Imhotep will let me go.
All right, I'll try to steal, or I'll try to seize the initiative. If I seize the initiative on a 5+. Oh, we rolled a 5. That makes it Necron's turn 1. So turn 1 for the Tyranids, I draw 1 objective. Domination. Control every objective marker on the table. Right. Well, I wonder, actually. I wonder. The mysterious objectives as well, number 6 here is 5. So that is a scatter field, so +1 cover save to whoever controls it. Objective 4 is nothing. And these guys are going to be moving up, so I'll just roll this one now. Skyfire! Boy, keep your flying hive tyrant away from these guys.
Oh.
And our Catan are just going to start moving up. For all intents and purposes, they ignore terrain. Now let's move over here so he stays within 6. Spiders are going to move up over here. We'll get their scarabs later. It's once per friendly movement phase, so I can wait. And then we'll move our scarabs. Not going to move them their full 12. Just get them up to here. And then I'll use this point to spawn 3 more. Doesn't really matter. Actually, let's keep it away from everybody up there. And then I got to see if they take a wound. So on a 1, he takes a wound. No. No. And
yes!
So he's down to 2. Difficult terrain for the flayed ones. 6 inches. Just gonna
right up to that wall.
You're gonna stay in there. 4-up cover. They've got a 4-up armor save anyway, but it's nice to have cover as well, just in case. Keep one back here. Imhotep's gonna leave this unit and join the flayed ones, hopefully. 6-inch movement, yeah. He'll just jump up here and join them. Immortals will advance 6 inches. Make sure we take the midfield. The objective that I drew is not going to be possible this turn, but if I somehow pull it off next turn, I do have a lot of objectives secured, then that's worth a lot of victory points. And when you're doing tactical escalation, getting early victory points, of course, is always great. And these warriors will move up 5 inches. And of course, grabbing that Skyfire Nexus. So if that winged hive tyrant wants to show his face around here, he'll be in trouble. The shooting phase, the Deceiver, is going to target the Turbogon with a random power. Let's roll on the table. We got 1. So that's Antimatter Meteor. So we're going to target the Turbogon. Strength 8 AP 3. Large Blast does not ignore cover though, so it'll have a 3-up cover. And that's a direct hit because his explicit skill is 5.
Alright, the Turbogon.
So we got 3 Termagants on 2s, so that's 3 wounds. And then you have a 3-up cover save. 3-up cover. And 1 dies. Watch out. I wound the Turbogon on a 2. That's a single wound, and you have a 3-up cover for that as well. It's 83. Oh, we got it. Other one's going to target the Zoanthropes. Let's see if we get lucky. My number 1 or the Destroyer one. 3. So this is 10 shots, strength 6, AP 4, strike down. Strike down is if you take a hit. No, sorry, 1 or more unsafe wounds. You count all open terrain as difficult, but they're already in difficult, so that doesn't matter. Hitting on 3s. Oh, I wish it was the Deceiver. He hits on 2s, so 4 hits, 5 hits. Hit on 2s, 5 wounds. 3-up invuln, 2 wounds each. So, whoa, 3 wounds. So you lose a Zoanthrope and a wound onto your Neurothrope. Do you want to look out, sir, the Neurothrope's wound?
Yes, I do,
so
actually.
4-up, look out, sir. Oh, he takes it.
All right.
So he's gone, and the Neurothrope is down to 1.
Yeah,
then we have 10 warriors who are going to open up fire on the Gene Stealers. Hitting on 3s. Ooh, 8 hits. Wounding on 4s. 4 wounds. 3-up cover on all of those. 1 wound.
1 wound.
So the closest is that Gene Stealer right there. All of the Immortals will take a single shot at the Hive Tyrant. Now, they have, I said they have Gauss blasters, but I forgot I actually gave them Tesla. And we can check my sheet for that. I just didn't have the guys with Tesla, because I only have 5 of Tesla for some reason. I can't find my other ones. So they actually are armed with Tesla. So they have 10 shots, hitting on 3s, and 6s are 3 hits, so that's actually 10 hits, because that'll replace those 2 lost and those 2 lost, so 10 hits. And then 5s to wound, strength 5 versus toughness 6, we got just 2 wounds. 3 up armor on the Tyrant Guard, take 1 wound, so the nearest one is down to 1. Flayed ones are going to run 3 inches. Just use that to cover a bit more ground. I'm not worried about those Gene Stealers because they infiltrated, so they cannot charge me the first turn. Nor could I have charged anybody else first turn because they infiltrated as well. And we'll take a little up. I'm going to run the spiders as well, 5 inches, and that's just to spread them out a little bit because I want to get my adamantium whale bubble. So this goes all the way to the flayed ones, all the way over to that Catan. The only ones that aren't covered are the warriors. And that's the end of my turn. I'm not going to throw away domination. I'm actually going to go for it next turn. It's going to be tough, but if I can pull it off, it's worth a lot of victory points. And I just want to see if I can. So the score is 0-0. Inflicted some minor casualties, a single Termagon, a Zone Thrope, wound off of a Neurothrope, a Tyrant Guard, and a single Gene Stealer's killed as well. So not heavy losses on the Tyranid side yet. Maybe losing that Zone Thrope sucked, but...
Less warp blast shots.
Yeah, less warp blast, but overall, in the grand scheme of things, not serious losses on the Tyranid side. So let's go into Tyranids, turn 1. So you get to draw 2 objectives because of your Warlord trait.
Alright, first one, secure objective 6.
And
Ascendancy.
Control any 3. So there's objective 6, which would be hard, but Ascendancy is control any 3. And there are still 3 relatively in the middle. Obviously you can get that one easy, you can get that one easy. This one will depend on a half-decent run from the Termagants, or, well, it could be some sort of spawning shenanigans as well that might get you it as well. So you should be able to do it, but we'll just have to wait and see. That's worth D3 victory points, though. Flying Hive Tyrant, let's take it to the skies. I'm jumping over here trying to take care of the spiders. Now it's dangerous, and I warned him of this, but the Nightbringer's Gaze of Death can hit flyers because it's not a shooting attack, it's just an ability that goes off in the shooting phase. So unless they FAQ that, he's able to do the 3d6 minus leadership number of wounds, no armor or cover saves, get the Deceiver within 12 inches, and his leadership will be down 2. But it might be worth it if he can kill a lot of guys. Maleceptor will advance, no point keeping him back. Move through cover for the Termagants, only 4 inches. Sucks because you want to try to get that objective.
Yes, I do.
There they are, swarming forward. Termagon moves forward. You want to spawn this turn?
Yes, I do.
If you spawn too many, you'll have to spawn back here. If you spawn a few, you should be able to fit them all in this little nooks and crannies. Alright, so your first roll. Now you brought only 1 Termagon, so you're prone to roll doubles in your first time. Yeah, but you got 15.
Yeah.
But can you fit 50? Because you want them up here, so they can then run towards that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can fit 15. We'll try. We'll see what happens. And you can really see the ones that it just spawned because we're using my Termagants. So there's 15 right there. Was able to fit them because there's no rules about them being within another unit as long as they're, and they can be within an inch of their own of their own faction, of course. And so that's 15. Hive Tyrant with his Tyrant Guard will advance. We'll find out what this objective is in just a moment. So that'll be objective number 1 that you have. And it is... Oh, is it going to explode, maybe? Difficult terrain for the Zone Thropes. Double difficult terrain because of strike down as well. 3-inch movement. That's right, they knew that it was double difficult, so they only rolled a 3 instead of the usual, like in the 6 or something. Move through cover for the Gene Stealers and the Broodlord.
They're moving up for that objective.
6 inches. So they're going to move up and find out what objective number 2 is. They won't be able to charge because first turn they infiltrated. But you'll have grabbed 2 objectives at this point. And what is it? Roll a single die. 6. That's the grab wave generator. So -2 to anybody who tries to charge them.
Oh. So 1 for the Broodlord.
So psychic phase.
2 for the Maleceptor.
So 3, 4,
2
5,
for them.
6,
2
7,
for them,
8,
2
9,
for him,
10.
2 for him.
So you got 10 plus. Roll a single die. 6.
16.
You needed 16. So first thing, paroxysm from the Maleceptor onto the warriors who do not have adamantium will because they're not close to the spiders. This is warp charge 1 -D3 ballistic skill and weapon skill. And you fail it. Oh wait, well, that's a 4.
I got 1. Got it by 1.
Do I throw a die? Just go for it or just let you get there? weapon skill, ballistic skill down. It would suck for their ballistic skill to be down, but maybe you'll only roll 1. You know what? I'm gonna let it through.
All right.
D3, and they're down 2. That sucks.
Nightbringer.
So we have the Winged Tyrant is going to do paroxysm against the Catan Shard of the Nightbringer, and gets it with 1. I will try to deny that because he has a 5+ deny. So I'll throw 2 dice at that, and I do not deny it. Minus D3. He's down 3, so he's down to weapon skill, ballistic skill, or ballistic skill of 1, weapon skill I think of 2. So he's actually down to weapon skill 3 and ballistic skill 1. Hive Tyrant's going to attempt to manifest Catalyst on himself and the Zoanthropes, and he does get it. I will not try to stop that. So the Hive Tyrant and his squad and the Zoanthropes have Feel No Pain. And then the Zoanthropes will attempt to manifest Warp Blast, doing Warp Lance on the spiders. We got 1 die so far. Just got to roll that extra one to see if we can get a second one. And you don't. So that fails. In the shooting phase, the red ones are going to run 4 inches. Now let's just pre-measure, so we don't have to worry about perfectly measuring. No, measure all the way to the... Is it 7 inches away is the question. So if it is, and it is, then you've got it. So we know right now that you've got that objective, regardless if this movement is slightly sloppy.
Spread them out a bit more.
Oh no, put them in a large blast formation. Come on. And the objective is 6, also a grab wave generator. The other squad will run 2, be kind of hampered in their movement, but he might as well. Okay, 1 inch. So yeah, not really going anywhere. Termagant's just going to run because it's not in range. I don't think you have to roll because he only had an inch, because the Termagants were right in base contact with it before. Hive Tyrant is going to open up fire on the spiders. So 12 shots hitting on 3s, twin linked. So, oh, there's your twin linked, it's gone.
All right.
And twin linked. So we got 10 out of 12 hits. 4 is to wound. We've got 4 wounds. 3 up armor. 1 wound. Spider out front is down to 2. Hive Tyrant's going to fire his heavy venom cannon at the Immortal squad. Where are you going to put it?
Alright,
let's see. Right there?
That's only...
So in there, it'll be direct hit will be 3 hits. Yeah, so you got
Direct hit.
2s to wound. You got 3 wounds. So I have 3 up armor, and then a 6 up reanimate because this is strength 9, so it's insta killing, so it's -1 of the reanimation. So 1 dies. That's about statistical. 3 of them. 2 of them make their 3 ups, and then just doesn't make a 6 up. That would have been annoying. Zoanthropes are going to run 4 inches. The thing I love about Zoanthropes is their shooting is all in psychic now, so they can always run, unless you want to charge them, which is not going to be very often. So they can work a lot like Eldar, where they can shoot and then hide, or shoot and advance. There's just so many ways to use that. Keep your Neurothrope at the back this time.
Yeah, that's partly why I was running them.
Malaceptor's going to run 1 inch, so he's not really running that far. So end of your turn, you get Ascendancy, which is worth D3. So roll a D3. It's worth 3. Whoa, 3-0 for the Tyranids. No first blood yet, though, in turn 1. Are you going to keep secure objective 6, or do you want to throw it away?
Good question.
You're only going to draw up to 2 next turn. And secure objective 6 is deep in my area, but not impossible to get.
Yeah, I think I'm going to discard that one.
All right.
And have 2 more next turn.
Yeah, better chances of getting something good. So 3-0 for the Tyranids as we go into Necron's turn 2. So beginning of my turn, I get 2 objectives. I still have Domination. And secure objective 4. And there's objective 4, so that's an easy point. So hopefully I can get first blood, and if I'm really lucky, I'll grab all the objectives. It is possible, just not easy. Especially with this guy sitting on this one. The Deceiver is going to move up to here. This will put him within 12 inches of the Hive Tyrant, bringing its leadership down to 8. And these guys' leadership down to 4, but not too concerned about that yet. And the Nightbringer will move up. Then the Necron Warriors are going to move up. They're going to keep holding this objective, but I want to get to rapid fire range, even with my Ballistic skill down a bit. If I get twice as many shots, that makes up for it a little bit. So we'll keep that objective. Flayed ones with move through or with difficult terrain. Oh, only 2 inches. Yeah, I guess they're going for the Malaceptor. I wanted to kill the Gene Stealers, but with a difficult terrain roll like that, they are not getting far. And then the Immortals are going to move 6 inches. See, that's what I wanted for the flayed ones. The Immortals will advance, get some of them into rapid fire range of a couple things. I believe the Malaceptor is only armor 4. Although it's got a 4-up cover right now, so that doesn't matter as much.
And a 5-up invul.
Yeah, the invul I'm not too concerned about. 5-up is, you know, whatever. But 4-up, now that's something. The Scarab Swarms, as much as it's going to be a tough fight, in other words, impossible fight, they are fearless, and I will be generating more of them, so their job is to come up here and tie up the Hive Tyrant and his posse. I will keep, actually I'm going to stagger these back to make sure they're within 6 inches. We'll do it like this. The spiders will move over here to get all 3 of them within 6 inches of these scarab swarms. And then we'll spawn. So we'll place them within 6 inches of the spiders. So 1, 2, 3. Injured on a 1. Nope. This one's injured on a 1. Oh, injured again. All right, he's not spawning anymore. And the other one? No, not injured. So I'm going to activate Imhotep's Lord of the Storm ability, and basically every enemy unit within 48 inches takes D6 Strength 6 AP nothing hits if I roll a 5+, and that can hit flyers, or flying monsters creatures, who are swooping, because it's not a shooting attack that automatically hits, it's just an ability in the shooting phase. So I'm going to do that right now, and I actually measured it already, and everything is actually within that 48 inches. It's 4 feet, so 6-foot board is going to happen quite often. So let's see if this is any good. On a 5+, the Gene Stealers. Nope. The Maliceptor. Yes. D6, so it takes 2, and so he's wounded on 4s. Nothing. Hive Tyrant Squad. Nope. Flying Hive Tyrant. This is the key one. Oh, of course not. Zoanthropes. No. Black Termagants. Nope. Red Termagants. Whoop, that's off the table. And nope. And the Turbogon. So no damage.
Does no.
I'm going to use the Nightbringer's Gaze of Death rule against the Flying Hive Tyrant, because once again it's not a shooting attack, so it kind of avoids that whole Skyfire necessity. So I roll 3d6 minus the leadership of the Hive Tyrant, which is 8 because he's within 12 inches of the Deceiver, and every point that I get above 8 does a wound with no armor or cover saves allowed. So it's not a sure thing, but if I roll 12 or higher, it kills the Hive Tyrant. You nervous?
Come on, roll low.
So we got 10, so 2 wounds. So that's pretty good, I'll take that. So he's down to 2.
And he will need to make a grounding
test.
test.
At the end of the shooting phase, a grounding test. So the warriors are going to open up fire at the Gene Stealers. So they got 20 shots in rapid fire range, but they are paroxysmed, so they're only weapon or ballistic skill 2, so they're hitting on 5s. Yeah, you made me miss a lot. Let me just put it that way. I got 5 hits, and I missed 6, 9 more would have been hit if it wasn't for paroxysm. 4s to wound. Oh, I got 4 wounds though. And 4 up cover. So 3 die. So we got a brute. We got one right there. Got one. This one right here. And then the last one goes on the Broodlord. Do you want to look out, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to keep those psychic dice rolling.
So 4+ lookout, sir.
So roll.
Just one of them, because there's only one wound left to go on him. Nope. I wanted him to actually make that. So he takes a wound.
Yep.
Is down to 2. Imhotep, Staff of the Destroyer, is going to fire at the Maliceptor. So he's got 3 shots hit on 2s. Oh, 2 1s. Strength 6, AP 2, so winning on a 4. And nothing. Good job, Imhotep. You have done nothing this game so far, except make it night fighting first turn. The Immortals are going to open up fire on the Hive Tyrant. Just hope to take out 1 or 2 more wounds from that squad. So 15 shots in total, hitting on 3s. Boo! That's a lot of misses. Wounding on 5s. 3 wounds. Saves. Just failed 1. Okay.
Failed 1.
So killed the Tyrant card. So that's a few less attacks against the Scarab Swarms. Nightbringer. You know what? I kind of want to try. I've also got the Hive Tyrant. I'm thinking I'm going to go for the Zoanthropes, but if I can take out the Hive Tyrant, that's a pretty big deal. He's your Warlord too.
No, he is.
That's what I mean. That's the one I'm pointing at. Yeah, what the heck? We're going for the Hive Tyrant. Because yeah. Let's just see what happens. Nightbringer first with his Ballistic skill of 1. He gets 6. Nuts. That's one that actually requires a Ballistic skill. It's a Tesla. So single shot, strength 9 AP 1, Tesla. Now this, I guess Tesla's probably a good one for a guy who's already Ballistic skill 1, because if I roll a 6, it's 3 hits.
Yep.
No.
Nothing.
I would have missed anyways, so I guess that makes me feel a little better. Deceiver will target the Hive Tyrant as well, and gets also the Tesla 1, but he hits on a 2, which means I will roll a 1.
Nothing.
You like that? Yeah, that's right. Go Catan. And I realized that was just a stupid mistake too. I meant to charge the Termagants, but now I can't because I shot at something else. Into the assault phase, the flayed ones are going to attempt to charge a Maliceptor. They're going through difficult, so they'll be -2. They need a 4-inch charge. They need to roll 6 or higher, and they fail. Scarab Swarms won't have any problem charging the Hive Tyrant. You don't have any Overwatch. I'll take the 7. So they're just going to go in. Get those ones They have piled in. And that's all I got for my charges because I made a mistake with the Deceiver, and the flayed one just rolled way too low. So we got the Hive Tyrant going first at initiative 8 with his 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. I think we're going to start counting the ones on the floor as a miss. So 4 hits, and he's wounded on 2s, insta-killing because he's doubled their toughness. And he kills 4 of them, so it'll be 4 closest to him. This might matter a lot how many you kill, because if he keeps me out, then I won't be able to fight. Then your Tyrant Guard has to pile in, and then they both get to attack. So you got 6 attacks on the Tyrant Guard, hitting on 3s, so 4 hits. They're strength 5, so they're wounded on 2s, not insta-killing. And rending won't matter because you're ignoring my armor, so that's 4 wounds in total. So you kill 1 and wound another one. So this guy's down to 2 wounds. We'll put that over here. And we'll pile in, pile in, pile in. Well, it looks like we'll be able to get 4 of them. Yeah, 4 of them will be in combat. I got 4 in, so that's 20 attacks hitting on 5s. Well, that's actually a good number of hits. So that was a lot of hits, wounding on 6s. And 3 wounds. Who do you want to put it on? It's really up to you, but as soon as you start putting it on somebody, you've got to take them all.
They're both same kind of save, and they both all have feel no pain.
So Tyrant Guard?
So Tyrant Guard.
All right.
3 up.
You're
Got
fine.
them all.
So you win the combat, but I'm fearless. You're already locked, so I'm just going to pile in. And their job was to tie you up, and they've done that. But we'll see what happens next. Yeah, still no first blood, but I did get secure objective 4, so that is a point for me. So that brings the score up to 3-1 for the Tyranids as we go into Necrons turn 2. Now you draw 2 objectives.
All right. First objective, secure objective 4.
Ooh, again, one within my range.
And then secure objective 1.
Objective 1 is here, but we're contesting it. So you got to kill all the scarabs.
And objective 4 is back there.
So 4 will be next to impossible for you to get. Not impossible, but next to impossible. And 1 will be difficult. You got to kill all the scarab swarms this turn. Red Gaunt's moving up, 3d6, 4 inches. Going to go towards the Catan, who blundered. All of his shooting wouldn't have really hurt you. He rolled the Tesla one and missed anyways. Can't believe that. Strength 9 AP 1. Could have actually hurt the Tyrant Guard. And he had to just roll a 2+. And then the Black Gaunt's 6 inches. Black Gaunt's moving forward 6 inches. It's kind of claustrophobic over here. And the Turbogon's not going anywhere because he is stuck. Hive Tyrant's going to fly over. Ooh, we forgot a grounding test. Let's do that right now.
So, anything but a 1.
3+ actually.
3+.
He's not grounded, he's fine.
Good.
So now he's going to fly and come back over here against the scarabs, or against the spiders. Maleceptor move through cover, 5 inches. So you're going to grab the objective with him. And he has the grab wave generator. And then the Gene Stealers are going to move through cover as well. 4 inches up, trying to come after the warriors here. Should be able to do it with fleet and move through cover. They'll drop their initiative, but maybe that'll be okay. They're going to move forward. They're going to need a 3-inch charge. But they got move through cover and fleet. So unless they take some serious wounds to Overwatch, they should be fine. The psychic phase, you still have 10 plus 2, so 12. Hive Tyrant's going to try to get Catalyst again. And you get a 1 and a 1, so nothing. Going to attempt to manifest Warp Blast, and they get it. I can't stop it.
That's 4.
So 4 of them will fire Warp Lance at the Catan, Shard of the Nightbringer. 3's to hit. Ooh, just 1 hit. 2's to wound though. He's toughness 7 against strength 10, AP 2. That's a wound. 4 up invuln. Saved. And the Broodlord will attempt to manifest the horror on the warriors, trying to pin them. And he perils, but he gets it, and I can't stop it. So I need to make a leadership of 8, because it's leadership -2. And I make it, so I'm not pinned. Perils of the Warp, 4. So he takes a wound with no saves of any kind allowed, so he's down to 1 wound. And that's all your psychic. Flying Hive Tyrant is going to fire at the spiders. 12 shots, hitting on 3s. Ooh, 10 hits so far, twin linked. Sorry, it was 9 hits. So twin linked the other 3. And 12 hits. 4s to wound. So we got 5 wounds. 3 up saves. And oh, I made them all. So red Termagants into the Catan. So 15 shots hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 6s. So 1 wound. 4 up invuln. He takes a wound from the Termagants. It's down to 3. And the Black Gaunts will fire as well. 20 of them are in range that have line of sight. 20 shots on 4s. And 6s to wound. 1 wound. 4 up. And the Catan shows us how resilient he actually is. Down to 2.
Throw the
Turbogon will fire at the Catan as well. Hold on. 4 is to hit. 2 hits. Again. Oh, come on.
Another wound.
Because 4 plus. Oh, he made it. Yeah, 1 out of 3. Zoanthropes will run 1 inch. So back a little. Were they worried about the Catan? Into the assault phase.
Gene Stealers into the Warriors.
All right, I'm going to Overwatch. Rapid fire. 20 shots in the Overwatch, hitting on 6s. And we got 5 hits. Ooh, that was good. Wounding on 4s. Oh, but only 1 wound with a 4 up cover save.
And luckily, one of the Gene Stealers is closer.
So you won't lose the Broodlord. Dies.
Papa.
Then you have 4-inch charge. And you got it with 8, so no sense re-rolling anything. So charging in. So the Warriors are in trouble, but they might tar pit you, which is kind of what you want to happen, so you can't shoot at them.
Yep.
Termagants will charge a Deceiver. 12 inches! Boy, are they eager. They won't be able to hurt him. They're only strength 3, but boy, are they going to bog him down. Maybe. I guess he's got hit and run, so.
That's all of them. Even
Yeah.
the farthest one's 12 inches away, so they're all in.
Well, they all get to move 12 inches. They'll most likely all be in, but it doesn't really matter too much, I guess, because they can't hurt him. So the Maliceptor is going to try to charge the flayed ones. Imhotep will Overwatch. I'm going to use his staff rather than his Gauntlet of Fire because his, I don't know, the Flamer I don't think can really hurt him. It can, but not likely. So 6s to hit. Oh, we got 2 hits. Wounding on 4s, AP 2. So 2 wounds. But you have a 4 up cover.
Right.
So can I take a wound off? Yes. He's down to 4 wounds. So now your
5.
charge distance. Oh, he has 6 in total?
Yep.
So down to 5.
Alright.
So how far do you charge? 6 inches. That'll get you in. So just move him to the closest guy. And we are good to go. We're going to start with this fight. The Termagants would be technically initiative 1. The Catan gets his 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s, no saves. And he kills 2 Termagants! I might as well take them from the back because they would pile in anyways.
Yep.
And then I win combat. You're fearless, but I will hit and run. With 4. I fail! You actually tied him up. I can't believe that. So you have this fight next. The High Tyrant goes first at initiative 8. Oh no, he won't pile in yet. I guess he would have been piled in.
Yep.
You got 4 attacks and on 3s. Oh good, you missed a couple. That means you insta-kill less of my guys. 2s to wound. Reroll that 1. That's definitely cocked in his tail. So 2 die. And then your Tyrant Guard. And 6 attacks from the Tyrant Guard. And they are hitting on 3s. And
Only
then
2 miss.
yeah, and then they're wounding on 2s as well, but in this case they're not insta-killing. Ooh, 2 wounds. So that's enough to kill the one that was down to 2 wounds because he's in base contact, and I have to allocate to the ones that are already injured because they are swarms. And then I pile in.
So what's their save?
Yeah, 6 up. I had to check it because they used to be 5 up.
And Scything Talons are AP 6.
Rending Claws are AP 5. So even if they had a 5 up, your Rending Claws would ignore that. So I got 16 attacks back, hitting on 5s. Not that many. 3 hits. 6s, nothing. Combat, pile in the Hive Tyrant. He's no longer in base. And then I pile in and ongoing. So then this fight, Maliceptor's Hammer of Wrath, winning on a 3. And I have a 4 up save against that with reanimation on a 5+. Oh, we actually killed one. And then I get to go
Isn't it
first.
6 up because not Decurion?
No, it's 5 up. It's 4 up normally. The reason I was doing 6 up before is because you were insta-killing them. This is not insta-killing them. So I get to pile in. Watch out, here I come. Get a lot of attacks. See if I can actually get some through. We'll do Imhotep first. He's not really special. Got 3 attacks hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 5s. Nothing. So the flayed ones, we have 32 attacks in total from the 8 of them. And they're going to be hitting on 3s. And then 6s to wound, but they have shred. So we'll take these 5 and we'll re-roll the rest. And 6. So we got 3 more. So you've only got 4 wounds left. We were wrong. He didn't have 6 wounds to start. He has 5 wounds to start. You only have a 4 up armor save. So, oh, he's dead! First blood for the Necrons! Oh,
Man.
consolidate the flayed ones. You can run, Gene Stealers, but you can't hide. Here they come. And then we have this fight. Now you're down to initiative 1 because you went through difficult terrain.
Are you initiative 2?
I'm initiative 2! Yeah, initiative 2 basically only helps when I am in cover. So we'll get these guys, and everybody but the guy in the back will be in the fight. I got my 9 attacks, smacking you with my Gauss Flares, hitting on 4s. Ooh, 4 hits. I'm actually wounding you on 5s now because it's just 1 Broodlord and 1 Gene Stealer, so we take your higher toughness. See, 1 less wound. Your choice. Do you put on the Gene Stealer who has a 5-up save, or the Broodlord who has a 4-up but only has 1 wound left? Whoever you choose. Now you could choose the Broodlord and make one of them, and if you're not feeling lucky, you could look up through the other one. But it's totally up to you. What do you think, Chris? What do you think?
I kind of want the Broodlord to survive a little bit longer because I want to make sure I've got as many psychic powers going on.
Well, he's also stronger than the Gene Stealer for fighting too, right?
Yep.
So it sounds like you want to target the Gene Stealer. So just one at a time, because when he dies, see, he's dead. And then the Broodlord on a 4+, otherwise he's dead. Oh, he's alive! So now the Broodlord's hitting back. So 5 attacks from the Broodlord, hitting on 3s. 4 hits so far, with the other one on the floor again. See, that was on the floor. I knew that was supposed to miss. So you got 4 hits, and you're just base strength 5 with rending, so 3s to wound. 2 wounds, no rending. 4-up armor, made 1 of them. And a 5-up reanimation. Oh! So you actually lose combat by 1. Ah, close combat's not going too well. Leadership's 9 roll because you lost combat, and you make it, so you're locked in with the warriors.
Happy with that.
Yeah. Now I have the question, do I charge in the flayed ones? Because these guys are still far enough back that there's room. That's kind of a waste. That's a lot of attacks from the flayed ones just to kill that Broodlord. Or do I take the chance that the warriors will kill the Broodlord? Well, I guess the Broodlord can't. Oh, he's objective secured, so he could still run around and cause problems. You did get me off that objective.
Yes, I did.
So secure objective 1 and 4, you didn't get either of them.
No, I got 1.
No, we're still locked with that. I got my scarabs there. You want to throw away secure objective 4?
Yeah. I'll keep 1 since I'm pretty sure the scarabs aren't going to last
they should
much longer.
As long as I don't lock you in some other way, which I don't think I can. So the score is still 3, now it's 3-2.
Unless you decide to have the flayed ones charge the high Tyranids.
I kind of moved them pretty far away. Because if I had consolidated that way, I would like to charge them in, but the Hive Tyrant would actually be a really good match for them. And so I'd rather shoot them down, or at least bog them down and make them less useful, but kind of like you did with my Catan. Not that the Catan's that useful anyways. So 3-2 for the Necron, or for the Tyranids, because you got 3 points in your 1 objective, and I got an objective and first blood. So we'll see what happens in Necron's turn 3. That's right, because I seized the initiative. So in turn 3, we draw 3 objectives. I already have domination, which I'm holding on to. Oh, secure objective 1, and Big Game Hunter. Kill a vehicle or monstrous creature. The Nightbringer is just going to move back slightly, just so he's within 12-inch range of that Flying Hive Tyrant. Immortals, difficult terrain, 3 inches. Oh, I miss a Decurion where I get moved through cover, and a Relentless. I'll get as many into rapid fire range as possible of the Flying Hive Tyrant. I'd like to get my Big Game Hunter this turn. Well, who wouldn't, right? I shall keep him in range of the objective. Just move the flayed ones towards the Broodlord. It is a little overkill, but I want to make sure he's dead, because he could actually make that squad run and overrun them all, and that'd be a lot of lost warriors, and then I'd have an objective secured Broodlord running around. Spiders will shift. I'm going to stay close to the Hive Tyrant so they can charge it if it does get grounded. Although if it gets grounded, it's probably dead, because that means it'll have lost a wound, and then it'll probably lose the other wound and it gets grounded. But either way, I want to keep this objective. Started the shooting phase, I'm going to use Gaze of Death on the Hive Tyrant. So 3d6 minus leadership 10. He's got 2 wounds left. So if I roll 12 or higher, you're dead. I'll settle for an 11 though. 11! See, I gotta say I'm happy with that. So he's down to 1 wound, and he will have to take a grounding test, unless he's dead from the Immortals. And then the Immortals will open up fire, snap firing, of course. We got 17 shots hitting on 6s. 3 hits, strength 5, and I didn't ask you if you wanted to drink because it's only AP4, so you got your 3 up safe. 5s to wound. Oh, no wounds! And then the Nightbringer is going to target the Zone Thropes with one of his random awesome powers. And he gets 5.
Come on,
that's Destroyer, and it's precision shot, so if I roll a 6, I can target this Neurothrope. And it's he has to hit first though on a 3+. He hits, and it's a 6. Yeah, I'm gonna target the Neurothrope. You can still look out Sir it though. Why don't you? Do you want to look out Sir?
Yeah,
it's up
I'm
to
gonna
you.
try to look out Sir that.
All right, so look out Sir, and he does.
Right,
So the Destroyer hit. So 2 out of 5 is D3. So it does D3. So there's some arguments about when you roll saves. If you roll it right now to see if you stop D3, or if I roll the D3 and then you roll that many saves. Because these weren't a 6, you do get your invuln saves. Actually, you could get your cover saves too, but it's 3-up invuln, so that's what you'd want. And so we've just been playing it because it says that saves can be taken from the hits caused by Destroyer weapons. But and it says in a typical fashion or something like that, which normally a typical fashion is after you wound.
I'd say roll the D3 first.
And then
take
yeah.
saves.
Both ways statistically work out the same. So really, I guess it's however you want to interpret it. So we'll do the D3, and then you just take your saves. Yep. It'll be all on this guy, though, even if I roll 3 of them. So he takes 3. So he gets 3 3-up invulns.
All right.
So I guess if we're going to do that, then we need to technically do our... You made one of the lookout sirs. So you got 2 more lookout sirs to make, so I should do that. So you fail them both. So 3-up invulns, 2 of them on the Neurothrope.
So let's do the regular Zoanthrope one first. And this is...
That counts as strength 10.
Kill?
This counts as strength 10, so it does insta-kill. Oh! Insta-kills that guy.
So
Yeah.
That guy.
And then 3-ups for the Neurothrope. And he's fine. He's fine. Look at that, I killed something. This Nightbringer actually has done pretty well. 3 wounds off the Hive Tyrant. He's killed one there. I think he did. He killed the Termagant. Or maybe that was a Deceiver. I think that was a Deceiver. But still, he hasn't done horribly. That's my shooting phase. So grounding test on a 3+, he's okay. Oh, he goes down. Takes a strength 9 AP2 hit on a 2+. He is dead. Oh, he lands it. So the assault phase then, the spiders will declare a charge, so you can overwatch that. So you're hitting on 6s, and wind linked, so 3 hits so far. So wind linked, you got 3 so far, 4 in total.
It's the twin linked.
Yeah, wounds on 4s. 1 wound. Injured 1 away, so even if I fail this, which I didn't, I don't lose anybody. And then I'm within an inch, so 9-inch charge. Hammer of Wrath, baby. All 3 of them. So we'll start with this fight. Got 4 attacks in the Deceiver, hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 2s. 2 more die, take that, and then you pile in. And they're still in synapse range of the Zoanthrope, so they're fearless even though they lost combat. I am not going to hit and run this turn, because it's my turn right now, so I don't want you to be able to shoot at them. So I'm going to do this fight right here. I've got 3 Hammer of Wrath hits from the spiders. Strength 6 hits, wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 3-up armor. He's fine. Then you get your 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Ooh,
that was terrible.
1. 4 is to wound. That's cocked, so roll again. That's a wound, no saves. So I'll put it on the one that's still at 3 wounds. So I got 2, 1, and 2. So then they get to make their attacks. So I've got 9 attacks, but I'm hitting on 5s, because your weapon skill is 8 and mine is only 3. 2. I need a single 4+ to kill you. Strength 6 AP2 against your toughness 6. And he's dead. And that is Big Game Hunter as well. Not Warlord kill, but I'll take it. And consolidate 5 inches. I don't know. I guess I'll use that to spread them out a bit. Put the injured one in the middle. Then we'll do this one. Your Hive Tyrant gets to hit first on 3s. Oh, there we go. Just don't roll any 1s and you've destroyed the rest of them. I said don't roll any 1s. Don't roll any 1s. So 3 of them die, and then your 2 Tyrant Guard. 6 attacks to your Tyrant Guard. Only got 3 wounds to go through. That's 4 hits when you dropped 1. 5 hits. So you're wounded on 2s. As long as we don't see 3 1s there, you've beaten them. You got them. So you've destroyed all of them. Took 3 rounds of combat. But that still works for you, because you're going to be able to grab that objective now. We've been forgetting to roll to see if that thing explodes.
Yep.
I don't think it matters too much. Consolidate. 3 inches. Moving forward. Uh-oh. Coming after my guys. And we got this fight right here. I am going to declare a challenge. Do you accept? You have to.
Yep.
So, oh wait, I never actually officially charged. So I guess I should do that. Double 1s, I fail it, because I'd go through difficult terrain.
I'm actually going first this time.
That's right. So now you stay there because you don't have a friendly model to swap with. So I'll swap with one of mine. Challenger swaps with one of his own to try to get base contact. If that's not possible, the challengee swaps with one of his own unit to get into base contact. If that's not possible, the challenger just swaps as close as possible. And anybody who swaps doesn't get pylons, but it won't matter here. All right, you got 4 attacks to try to look to be good. You hit on 3s. So all 4 hits against Imhotech, and then you're wounded on 4s, rending.
Come on, give me
1. Save. And I'm fine. You want us to roll all of it? I've got
at least
45 attacks. No, technically the warriors go first. So you want the shame of the warriors being the one to kill him? It's up to you. I'll roll it. I know I've got.
I mean, I kind of want to see if the challenge will actually do anything, but.
All right. Well, then we'll do the warriors, and then we'll do Imhotech. So while your back is turned to the warriors, they're going to smack you with the sharp part of the. There's a little blade thingy. They hit on 4s. On their guns, and so that's what they're smacking you with in the back of the head. 4 and 5's doing. There's a wound, and you got a 4-up save. And oh, you survived it.
Yep.
4 attacks from Imhotech, hitting on 4s. He hits once, and he's strength 5, so he's wounding on 4s. No, he does not hurt you. So then I got 45 attacks from the flayed ones.
Yeah, I'm not surviving that.
Okay, I agree. Because 45 attacks hitting on 4s. Let's just say I get 20 attacks in. Then I wound you on 5s, re-rolling. So that's going to be like 10, 12 wounds. So you could potentially survive it.
Maybe if he had like a 3-up save.
Yeah.
Or maybe if I could have gotten a catalyst off and gave him feel no pain.
Yeah. Okay, it's your call. I will roll if you want, but if you want to save some time, just remove them. Broodlord dies. Flayed ones will go 1 inch, and the warriors will go 4 inches. So the warriors will use that just to go back onto this objective.
And Skyfire's not important anymore.
No, but the objective might still be. And then the 1 inch, the flayed ones are going to move it to, or use it to move over here. Actually, let's use it to spread out a little bit too. Because you still have a strength 9 AP before large blast, although you're probably going to use it on the immortals. And that's it. So Tyranids took heavy casualties there. Lost the Broodlord, lost
Maliceptor.
The Maliceptor. Well, the Maliceptor was during your turn.
Yeah, and
so,
the Flyrant.
The Flyrant died, and he lost his own throat. Almost lost your Neuro throat, but thankfully he survived. So you still have chances to use Spirit Leech if you decide to. The Hive Tyrant, though, he finally chewed through all those scarabs that were swarming all over him. And now he's bounding forward, and he's got those immortals in his gaze. Although he's got the objective to think about as well, because he does have secure objective 1. But the zone tropes could possibly get that. Yeah. So we'll see what happens as he bounds forward in Necron's turn 3. But before that, I got Big Game Hunter, so that's a point. So that actually ties it up 3-3. I'm going to throw away... Oh, could I get Domination? No, you're going to have like a bajillion objective secure gaunts moving up and holding that one objective. I only really had 1 chance to get that. Secure objective 1 is possible though, so Domination is way less likely, so I'll throw it away. So you get 3 objectives. You got secure objective 1 already, secure objective 5, and secure objective 6 again. So there's 6, there's 5, and there's 1. 1 you can get.
Yeah,
but
1
5,
I can definitely get.
5 and 6 will be a little more challenging.
Monsters
Move through cover with this debris on the road. Oh, only 2 inches. Stupid debris. He was so happy. And actually what's happened is there's just a ton of scarab swarms all over the ground right now. And he's just having a hard time crunching through them. Maybe the sound is sickening to him. It's like, oh, I prefer the sound of bone.
Zoanthropes are gonna move towards this objective.
So, oh, they don't have move through cover.
No.
So, just 2 dice. 6 inches, all right. The dice are like, we want to give him 6, man. Just let him have his 6. Yeah, you should be able to get to it, even if you're not. You might be just out right there, but a run will finish it off.
Oh yeah. Monts are gonna
move through cover for the turns. 5 inches. Who are they going after?
They're going after that Nightbringer.
Yeah, because he does not have hit and run, so he will be stuck eternally in combat with them. Now, the Gaze of Death could be some controversy whether it could be used when he's locked in combat. It says in addition to his normal shooting attacks, so I would make the assumption that it would follow the same rules that if he's engaged that he would not be able to use it. But it's not clear, but we'll play it that way.
Alright,
Hey, Turbogon has room. Still doesn't spawn, but...
It can't anymore, unfortunately.
The Psychic Phase, you only have 5 warp charges now. Plus 3, so 8. I've got 3. Are these guys going to attempt to manifest Warp Blast on the Nightbringer Catan? They get 3 of them.
Yep, no doubles, so no 6s.
No double 6s. I have a 5-up deny. but I think I'd rather use that for the paroxysm.
You'd have to roll all 3.
All 3, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm good. You shoot it 3 times, hitting on 3s. Oh. And then you're wounding. You got them all, and then you're wounding on 2s. AP 2, although he's an inbound save. Oh, got a 1. So still 2 wounds. Boom. And he makes 1. So it's down to 3. The Zoanthropes are going to attempt to manifest paroxysm on the Immortals, and they get it with 1. And I will try to stop it. I'll use all 3 dice. I need a single 5+ because they have Adamantium Will. Oh, and they fail. SD3, -3. So their Ballistic skill, Weapon skill 1. And then you're going to try to get Catalyst on your Hive Tyrant and the Zoanthropes. They're the ones in range, and you got it.
Yep.
In the shooting phase, the Hive Tyrant will fire at the Immortals. Where do you want it? And direct hit. So you got 3. 2s to wound, 2 wounds. 3 up armor. They saved it. And they would have had a 6 up reanimation because of the insta-killing of the Strength 9. All the black Termagants who are in range are going to fire at the Nightbringer. So 16 are in range, hitting on 4s. A little below average. 6s to wound. Nothing.
Nothing.
And the cluster spines into the Nightbringer. 4 shots hitting on 4s. 2 hits. 6s to wound. Nothing. And the Zoanthropes will run to make sure they get that objective. You're within 4 inches, so 1 inch, you got it. It's your objective. Termagants will assault the Nightbringer. They need a 5-inch charge for difficult terrain, and they got it with 9. We got the closest ones that are definitely within base contact. And then once we get further away, we have to start measuring that 9 inches.
All of these are going to make it.
Yeah. Then you got your pile in too, so you'll have a lot in. And then the Hive Tyrant will charge the Immortal, so Overwatch. 18 shots, rapid fire, hitting on 6s. So 3 hits. And 5s. Nothing! Oh, jeez. They needed a 5-inch charge. They got 6. So you barely get it. So they are in. We're gonna start with this fight here with the Deceiver. He's got 4 attacks. Do you care which one we do first?
No.
They're all in Synapse. Oh, he gets 1 hit. And he kills 1. Then he's gonna hit and run out of there. Initiative 4. He makes it. He's gonna head that way. So 12 inches. So you just get straight over here. And then the Gaunts can consolidate. 2 inches. Too bad the Nightbringer doesn't have hit and run. He's got Fleshbane though, so watch out, Termagants. Strength 7, Fleshbane. The Nightbringer attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh yeah! Wounded on 2s, Fleshbane. Oh, he doesn't kill any of them. So you'll pile in. You'll actually pile in twice, because so that'll get your guys up pretty far. So let's just move them up 6 inches. Because they'll pile in once, and then the combat will be over, and they'll pile in again. That'll matter somewhat if we ever get you out of Synapse. We'll see. Then we get this fight. Now you can't issue a challenge, unfortunately, because this guy is not currently engaged. And so no challenges will be issued. And you're initiative 1. So
Charge through terrain.
Because you went through terrain, so I get to go first. So Mortal will pile in. And I already measured it, and he's going to be within 2 inches, so he'll be able to fight still. Kind of nice that he wasn't in a challenge, at least this turn. Next turn, on the other hand, yeah, he's in trouble. Start with the Overlord. He's hitting on 5s, though, because you paroxysm this group.
Yeah.
So 2 hits still. 3s, no saves. Okay, you got 1.
Is down a wound.
Yeah, so yeah, technically it goes on him, but you can automatically pass Lookout Sir, so it'd be this guy that would take it. So down to 1, and then all the Immortals will go. 9 attacks hitting on 5s. So we got 3 hits. Needs 6s, whoops. 1 more. 3 up. You make it. So then you pile in.
For the Hive Tyrant.
Yeah, everybody's getting initiative 1. So 5 attacks from the Hive Tyrant, hit on 3s. And it's just like... And he's wounding on 2, 6 of their insta death. So 1 wound. It's AP 2, but I have my 5 up reanimation. I reanimate. 8 attacks from the Tyrant Guard, hitting on 3s. That was a 2. So, and that was also a 2. So 4 hits. And then you're wounding on... They're not adrenal glands or anything, so they're just wounding on 3s. So 4 wounds. No rending, so I get my 3 up. And then my 5 up. Oh! Almost won combat! But you're fearless anyways.
Yeah.
So I lose 1 guy.
So tied up.
We're locked in. So I'll pile in, which gets me off of my objective. I think that's the best I can do. Next turn will be challenging, probably. So yeah, so it didn't go quite as well as he had hoped. Oh, he had Feel No Pain.
Oh yeah.
So do the Feel No Pain on that one, because that could affect the 5+. No, it's 5 up. It's not endurance. Oh, so he gets it. So I actually lose combat by 1. So this totally changes it. And no, I didn't do a fear test, but it doesn't matter because I was already weapon skill low. So leadership 9 now because of I lost by 1. Nope, they made it. Just. It went a little better for you than you thought.
Yeah.
But still, locked in combat there. The Catan Nightbringer is locked in. But if I can somehow take care of those zone throats, I could make all those Termagants run. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. So Tyranids are pushing forward. They got their objective number 1. And then there's 5 and 6, which are there and there, which that was not what you're going to get. So you got a point, though.
Yeah.
So that brings the score up to 4 to 3. Do you want to throw out either secure objective 5 or 6? 5 is the one deep in the corner.
Yeah.
6 is not as unlikely
I'll
to
at least get rid of 5.
Yeah, because you can throw away
Might
1.
be able to get 6.
Yeah.
Especially considering my Turbogon's still tumbling around. It hasn't been hurt at all.
Yeah, so it can still bound forward. 6 is over here, and you got all these guys to try to take it if something goes wrong over there. So let's see what happens as we go into Tyranids, turn 4. And by Tyranids, I mean the metal Tyranids, Necrons, turn 4. So Necrons, turn 4. Draw 3 more. Oh, we don't have demolitions because we don't have buildings or emplacements. Hungry for glory. Issue a challenge. Ooh, it's I can do that. We've got the fight with the Hive Tyrant. Secure objective 5 and secure objective 5. Well, that's going to be 3 easy points, 2 right there, and then the Overlord can just issue a challenge. I think I was going to do it anyways because I knew you were going to do it to me anyway. And I still have secure objective 1. That one's not going to be easy unless this Catan can kill the Zone Throats and then consolidate into it. But we shall see. Flayed ones consolidated in the wrong way. Actually, no, they only consolidated 1 inch, so they don't have much of a choice. They got to go and help with the Hive Tyrant. Catan is just going to move up to 1 inch away. These warriors are actually going to spread out. They can't hold both objectives at the same time, so I have to declare which one they are holding. So right now they'll be holding number 5. But this way, if I ever do need to get objective 2, it'll be easy to grab. Spiders are coming this way. Watch out for the spiders. No more spawning for them. There's no more scarabs to add to. So at the beginning of the shooting phase, yeah, he's got this Gaze of Death rule, but it says in addition to shooting attacks, so I'm making the call that he can't do it when he's locked. We'll use the same rules for shooting, except that he can fire it at a different enemy than his regular weapon. So no Gaze of Death. So the Deceiver is going to attempt to do something to the Zone Throats, and the power he rolls is 3. That's Seismic Assault, which is, I think, the 10-shot one. Yeah. Strength 6, AP 4, Strike Down. So, it's not a bad one. He's got Blizzard Skill 5, so he gets to hit really well. It's a 10-shot sitting on 2s. 10 hits. Also wounding on 2s. So 8 wounds. So you got 3 up invulns and then 5 up Feel No Pain, so you can just do them all at once because your Neurothrope is at the back anyway. So no Lookout Serene. So 2 failed, only 2, wow. You did really well there. 5 up Feel No Pain, do you lose 1? And you do. So 1 Zone Thrope dies. So into the assault phase, the Catan will charge the Zone Thropes, 7 inches. Boom, baby. And I'll have the spiders charge the Termagants, 4 inches. Yeah! Only 1 hammer of breath. That's okay. And the flayed ones are going to charge. They need a 5-inch charge through difficult terrains. They need to roll 7 or higher. And we got a 9, so 7-inch charge. So that gives us 2 potential challengers. We got Imhotep, the Stormlord, and then we also have the Overlord. Probably the problem is Imhotep is the Warlord, so I don't want him to die, because that gives you an extra point. But the other guy's got the Strength 7 AP 2 weapon. And right now you'll actually be going first with initiative 8. It's a tough choice. So first things first, I'm going to do this fight, because if I kill these Zone Thropes, these guys will get out of Synapse. And then I can actually, with the combined might of the Spiders and the Nightbringer, possibly make them run. So I got a Hammer of Wrath, Strength 7, and oh, it fails. And then he's got 5 attacks on the charge, hitting on 3s. We're both hitting at the same time. And wounding on 2s. 4 wounds. Oh, I'm not going to kill you, which means you won't be, you're fearless. You got 3 up saves. You're going to have to really whiff this. And you only failed 1. 5 up, Feel No Pain. You're fine.
So
not going to make all your Termagants run, which means your Termagants are going to come up and everybody's going to be locked in combat forever! Yeah. The Zone Thropes hit back, hitting on 4s, 1 hit, wounding on 6s. Nothing. So we are locked, they're locked. So it's going to be hard for and they're probably going to be locked, but we'll have to wait and see. So let's go to this combat next, just because it's boring. One hammer of wrath, wounding on a 2, so that's a wound. Dead.
Nope.
One dies. And then initiative 4, so you get to pile in, attack at the same time as my Catan, and you can actually hurt the Nightbringer. So you'll get a handful of guys on that one. Sorry, not the Nightbringer, the spiders. So you've got 8 Termagants that are in base contact, or who can fight the spiders, hitting on 4s, wounding on 6s. 1 wound.
Nope, got a wound.
You got it. So that one's down to 1 wound now. So 1, 1, and 2. Now the Nightbringer's turn, hitting on 3s. Dude, you finally hit something. And then Flashbane. 4 dead. You can take it from the back because they're gonna pile in. You're gonna be fearless because of Zoanthropes. Yeah. And then we got the spiders. And 9 attacks from the spiders, only hitting on 4s. They're only weapon skill 3. Whoops. 4 hits. Wounded on 2s, no saves. 4 more dead. Well, we had to take it from roughly over there. And I win combat by a lot, but you have the Zoanthropes within 12 inches, so you can just pile on in, and we'll just smack each other in the face for the rest of the game. So we got this combat, Imhotep. Ooh, let me check to make sure he can issue a challenge. Nope, Imhotep can't issue a challenge. All right, so I'm hungry for glory. So my Overlord is issuing a challenge. Does your Hive Tyrant accept?
He is going to accept.
He doesn't have to, because he's not by himself. So he could say no and not fight.
Now, I'm wanting him to fight.
It's okay if you don't. I won't consider him a coward if he decides to run away from a little Overlord.
Oh no.
You're gonna fight him?
He's gonna fight him.
All right, well I'm already in base contact, so we'll just go right there. So your initiative 8, I have no invuln. So you're hitting on 3s. Now you got 4 hits. You're wounding on 3s. So toughness 5. 6s are instant death. Oh, I only got 1 wound! I survived! Oh, and I got reanimate too. 5 up. Oh my goodness! He's unhurt! Okay, I just want to point something out now because I know the Necrons are doing well, although they're not, you know, I haven't for sure won this game yet. Just want to point out, been doing well with the rolls.
Yes.
It's so, you know, 6 up, like come on, like 5 up, like you had 4 hits and you only did 1 wound, you could have easily killed the Overlord at this point. Game would look a lot different if there was a few places like your Hive Tyrant doing better. I just want to say that because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, Necron's OP. And I'm not saying they're not, I'm just saying that I've rolled pretty well in this game so far. So, yeah, several times. So, oh no, you're still going next, initiative 5 for the Tyrant Guard. So one of the Tyrant Guards is going after the flayed ones, hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. Rending, 1 wound, no rend. Armor. And reanimate for 5 plus. Oh, yes! Look, Decarion! Decarion would have made him survive. 1 dies. And the other 3 into the Immortals. Hitting on 3s. 3s to wound. No rending again. Man. Where's your 6s? 3 up armor. They're saved. So now initiative 2, we'll do the Overlord against your Hive Tyrant. I am still paroxysmed? I am.
Yeah.
Because it's not your psychic phase yet.
Nope.
I'm still hit on 5s. So 1 hit. 3s, no saves, and you don't get to lookout service. You got, yeah. Feel no pain. No, it didn't matter.
Yep.
Rolls at initiative 2, we'll pile in and go. So 7 attacks, hitting on 5s, because they're paroxysm.
Yep.
And then wounding on 6s. Nothing. Initiative 1, you're gonna have a bajillion attacks coming your way, but 5 less because you killed that one flayed one. Let's start with boring Imhotep, hitting on 4s. He's not, oh wait, I guess we have to do a fear test. Leadership 10. Not afraid, so hitting on 4s, so 2 hits. And wounding on 5s, nothing. And then 40 attacks from the 8 flayed ones. We're gonna do these 20 at a time. I could hold 40, but we've been missing the table so much that I just don't want to try. Hitting on 4s. So we're not afraid. See, still missed the table. Wounding on 6s with shred. So that's 2 so far. And then 3. So remember that 3. And then the other 20 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounded on 6s. So 3 with shreds, so that's up to 6 wounds so far. And woo! 9 wounds. So you have a choice. Actually, no, you don't have a choice. It has to go on the Tyrant Guard. Yeah. Because the Hive Tyrant, well, the Hive Tyrant's in the challenge. You could put it, even with Shield Wall, you could put it on the Hive Tyrant. It's just that when he wants to look out, sir, he automatically passes it. So that's nice because then he can absorb some wounds if you want to keep Tyrant Guard alive. But in this case, he's in a challenge, so we have to hit the Tyrant Guard.
I think I want the Tyrant Guard still.
Yeah, well, the Tyrant Guard have to take it. Because he's in a challenge. So you got 3 up, 5 up.
3 up, 5 up.
And they're both at full wounds, so you should be okay. So 3 up. Uh-oh, 5 wounds so far. So you got 5 up, feel no pain. Will that pay off?
Come on.
And it does. You take only 3 wounds. So 1 dies, and then the other one takes a wound. So that's actually a win for the Necrons.
But I'm fearless.
You're fearless, because you're synapse and all that craziness, right? So unfair. Can't believe how overpowered Tyranids are. Just kidding. Just in case.
If only I could Nova.
Yeah, if you could, you should be able to Nova within a combat. I honestly almost want to house rule that just to see you do it, but nope, Novaing, you can't. Oh, you can't do it out of a combat. You can do it into a combat though, but that's totally different. Objective-wise, I did not get Objective 1, but I do have Objective 5, and I did get Hungry for Glory. So let's go take a look at our points. So Hungry for Glory, Objective 5, Objective 5. So that got me ahead a little bit. I'm up to 6 points now because I have First Blood, and you're still at 4. So 6 to 4 at the beginning of turn 4. And I'm going to keep this one because it's not really out of the realm of possibility of my Catan killing your Zoanthropes and getting it. Beginning of your turn 4, you go up to 4. You have Secure Objective 6 already. Secure Objective 1. Big Game Hunter. Wait, I do have Monstrous Creatures. I have the Spiders. And Secure Objective 5. And I guess I have the Catan as well. So you drew Objective 5 again. And you got 1, and I think you actually control 1 because my Catan's on the other side of it. And then you have Big Game Hunter, and you already had Secure Objective. Well, you got a Secure Objective 1 twice now, right?
Yeah.
So that'll be worth 2 points. So just a little bit of movement here. Move through cover for these Termagants, 5 inches. So they're going to go over and try to help, because if those spiders are all majorly damaged. They're down to 1 wound, and 2 wounds. And so if they can kill one, they'll get Big Game Hunter. And, well, they'll have to kill the spider too, which is not so bad. And the Termagant will move up to provide his synapse and hold that objective. Second phase, you got 5 warp charges plus 1. So I only have 1 to deny with. Zoanthropes are going to attempt to manifest Paroxysm on the flayed ones, and they get it with just 1. They don't have Adamantium Will because they're not within 12 inches of the spiders, but a 6 plus will deny that. And I rolled a 1. So Paroxysm down how far? Minus D3. So they're down 2. So their weapon skill is down to 2. That's the one that really matters. Except for Imhotep, he's down to 3. But in all cases, because now, actually no, he's in a challenge.
Yeah.
So they'll be hitting on 5s, but Imhotep will be hitting on 4s still.
Are him and the Zoanthrope.
So then he's going to attempt to manifest Catalyst, and he gets it. So now he has Feel No Pain with this unit and the Zoanthropes too. Shooting phase, the Termagant will run just to try to get a little closer. Oh yeah, just hop him up. Boom. That's my objective. He's sitting on it like it's one of his babies. Termagants will charge the Speiders. Just 2 dice. There you go. Good catch. So they're going 8 inches. Through difficult terrain, but they would be normally initiative 1, but I'm already engaged, so you're initiative 4. Which does matter, because you get to hit the spiders first. Yeah, so ones there will charge, and then you just get as close as you can. It'll be hard to get them all in, just because they're going to be in each other's way. But most of them will be in. So in this combat, all the Gaunts are initiative 4, as well as the Catan. So you're going to put as many of your Gaunts onto the spiders as possible, right?
Yep.
So they all hit the same direction, and so we can do them all at the same time. Sorry, these guys are initiative 1 because they charge through difficult terrain, so we'll start the 7 who are in range. So hitting on 4s. So you got 3 hits. Winning on 6s, remember you only have to get 1. Nothing. Now the Catan hitting on 3s. And then walloping with his Fleshbane. Oh, he only kills 2 there because then you can pile them in later. And then the spiders, I'm going to actually put them all on the black ones because those guys are objective secured. So maybe that'll make a difference in the long run. 6 attacks, hitting on 4s because I'm only weapon skill 3, and wounding on 2s. 2 more die. You can pull those away because it won't matter. And then your red guns.
Dude.
So 14 attacks, just have to get 1 wound that I failed to save and you get your Big Game Hunter. Hitting on 4s.
That's good.
That's a good number of hits. Wounded on 6s. Nothing.
Nothing.
Alright, so I win combat, but you're fearless because the Termagant is there, so you'll just do more piling in and we'll continue. We'll do this one next. We've been forgetting that we can actually challenge each other because the Neurothrope is a character and I'm a character. Do you want to challenge?
I'd rather not get less attacks in.
No, you still get to attack with the other Zoanthrope. It's just my attacks.
I'm not going to challenge personally.
I'm not going to challenge either, because I'd actually rather kill than on Neurothrift 1, because he's the one holding the objective.
Yeah.
So, but you get to choose anyway, so it doesn't benefit me at all right now to challenge. So the Catan will get to go first, though, hitting on 3s. Actually, I'm assuming he's hitting on 3s. Let me double check that. Yes, he does. He's weapon skill 5, and then he's wounding on 2s. There we go. 3 up. You're fine.
Good.
Then you have your 2 attacks hitting on 4s. Nothing. All right, but you'll have that objective. Now for probably the most important one, because if you can somehow win this decisively, none of my guys are fearless, and they will run. So your Hive Tyrant has an ongoing challenge with the Overlord. So 4 attacks hitting on 3s. Oh, you got 4 hits. Just don't roll a bunch of 1s and 2s, and you got him again. And 3 wounds, none of them insta-killing. Which means I get my 5 up, reanimate. He's got 3 wounds. I just have to make one of these to stay alive. And he makes one of them and stays alive, but still it's 2 wounds inflicted. So he's down to 1 wound, and then the Tyrant Guard gets to go. Attack the flayed ones, hitting on 3s, and then you're wounding on 3s, rending. Rending will matter because they're 4+ saves. Nothing. Then all my guys go. I'll start with the Overlord who's in the challenge. He's not paroxysm, so actually we needed to do a fear test. And he's not afraid. So I'm gonna hit you on 4s. Yeah, I'm weapon skill 5, so 1 hit. Wounding you on 3s. Nothing still, man, he can't hit. Then we have the Immortals hitting on 4s. Against the Tyrant Guard. Wounding on 6s. Nothing. And these guys all pile in. Now, I still need to do a fear test here because Imhotep is going to be hitting on 4s against the Tyrant Guard because we use the Tyrant Guard's weapon skill because the Hive Tyrant's locked in a challenge. So even with -2 weapon skill, it still leaves him at 3. But if he fails a fear test, he'll be weapon skill 1. He's fine. His 3 attacks hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Wounding on a 5. 1 wound. So 3 up save. You only got 1 wound left. You're good.
Got it.
And then my 8 flayed ones. So 32 attacks, hitting on 5s because they've been paroxysm down to weapon skill 2 against weapon skill 5. And we dropped a couple. Okay, so now we're wounding on 6s. And you've beaten me in this combat by 2, so I need to actually do well with this. I got 2 wounds so far, but we do have Shred, and that allows re-rolling to wounds. Oh, 5 wounds in total. So 3 up saves. Failed 1 with a Feel No Pain. If you fail this, your Tyrant Guard is dead, but you'll still have 1 combat. Feel No Pain. He's dead. Tyrant Guard is gone, but I still lose combat. By 1. So I got leadership down to 9 on both units. We're going to start with the Immortal and Overlord squad. You're hoping I fail both of these, of course.
Yes, I do.
But even failing one of them would be a pretty big deal. Oh, they failed it!
Yes!
And then the flayed one with Imhotep, leadership 9. Oh, they failed it!
Double fail!
Double fail on leadership 9. So we got to see if you overrun me. Your initiative is 5. We use your base initiative. So why don't you roll your 5? Because if you roll really high, I can't get away no matter what. 11! You overrun every single one of them.
Yes! Warlord kill!
Oh, that's not just a Warlord kill. That's a bajillion kills. You just killed all the Immortals, all the flayed ones, and you killed Imhotep. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Now he consolidates 2 inches. Where's he going?
Good question.
Towards the Warriors?
He could easily wipe out the Warriors with
He's
ease.
slow though. It'll take him a couple turns to get there.
Yeah.
Especially if they back up. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Just kind of anywhere. So objective-wise, you got objective 1. Oh, you didn't have objective 1 twice. You had it last turn.
Yeah.
And secure objective 6 you didn't get, or 5, or big game hunter. Do you want to get rid of any of those? We're getting to escalation, so we're going to get more and more, so it gives you a chance to come back, because now the score is 3, 4, 5, 6 to 6. You've actually tied it up with that, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So do you want to get rid of any of those? It's tough. You're going to throw away secure objective 6 in hopes of getting something better. Yep. So that ties up the game 6 to 6 at the end of turn 4. That was a good twist because now it doesn't feel like the Necrons are killing you. In fact, now I have no idea who's going to win. I thought if this fight went my way, then yeah, you wouldn't have a chance. I'd have total board control pretty much, except for a little bit over here. And with escalation, total board control means getting an insane number of points in the last few turns. Let's see what happens in Necrons turn 5. So I get to drop to 5 objectives. I still have secure objective 1. Secure objective 6. Secure objective 1. I don't want that one. No prisoners, so let's kill anything. Completely destroyed during my turn. Actually, that might be hard because you have a lot of Gaunts, or the 2 Zoanthropes, or your Hive Tyrant. And Kingslayer. Oh, that's one that you want to draw.
Yeah.
Well, the Warriors are going to do a bit of a tactical move, and that is move away from the big, humongous creature that is going to run into us and kill us all without even thinking about it. It's called a tactical withdrawal. It's not even necessarily far enough to get away from him, but it'll make it harder for you, at least with difficult terrain. So shooting phase, I think these guys want to run rather than fire at the Hive Tyrant, because you're at 4 wounds still. So they're going to run 5 inches. I'm just going to use that to, yeah, just make it harder for you to charge. So they're going to go back just like so. So straight to the assault phase. We'll do this one first. We'll try to kill your Zoanthropes, because this thing is worth 2 points to me if I can take it.
Yeah.
And plus, if I kill them, I get no prisoners. So that'd be worth 3 points. So it would really help me secure a lead, especially because this could be the last turn. So hitting on 3s. Dang it.
No
hits.
thank.
All right, I'm not getting that. And you hit back on 4s. You got a hit. Winning on 6s. Nope.
No.
All right, ongoing.
Lock.
Actually, I'm gonna hit and run out of there. But then you could shoot me. This is during my turn. I forgot to hit and run last turn. That's what I was going to do. I was going to hit and run so I could fire at them. That was stupid. So no, I'm not going to hit and run. I got to hit and run during your turn, not mine. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. Then we got this fight right here. You're obviously going to pile everything you can on the spiders.
Yep.
Yeah, if you somehow kill that one spider, my other spider has to pile in and I won't get objective 6. So you're hitting on 4s. 6s to wound. 2 wounds. 3 up armor. Oh, I'm disappointed for you. That would have been cool. So the Catan's going to have 4 attacks. He's getting on 3s, and then Fleshbane, and he kills 2 Termagants. He'll slowly get rid of them all. And then the 3 spiders hitting on 4s as well, because they're only weapon skill 3, and I'm winning on 2s, no saves. That's against the black ones as well. Actually, it'd be these ones over here, because these ones will pile in. We got to make the differentiation, otherwise the Tervagon could get in there. So ongoing combat, everybody piles in, and we're all hunky-dory. So I get no objectives, because I didn't get through to objective 1 because I forgot to hit and run last turn. Actually, no, I got objective 6 because you didn't kill that one. So I still do get that one. So that brings me up ahead by 1 point, 7 to 6. I think I'm going to throw away... Oh, see, no prisoners I should be able to get, right?
Yeah.
Kingslayer, it depends on me killing your big guy. I'm going to throw that one away. I know it's worth a lot of points, but I want to draw better ones if we go to turn 6. Tyranid's turn 5, you draw 3 more. This is very important. Domination, that sucks. Not going to get that one. And Witch Hunter.
You don't have any psychers.
So throw that one away. No prisoners. Kill something.
Yeah.
That's not impossible. Secure objective 5 again. Oh, that's your Bane. That's it. So objective 5 is worth 2, but there's no way you're getting that this turn. Because there's a 6-inch, I guess maybe you could charge? I don't even think you're close enough to even try.
I'd have to get a really good move through cover.
You'd have to get a 6 and then roll like a double 6 for your charge. Probably. Maybe an 11-inch charge. We could measure it, but it's obviously a long charge. And then you need to kill something.
Yeah.
If you can kill something that's worth a point. So it's going to be hard for you to get points. So you might finish at 7 to 6. So you might want to think about things like Line Breaker to tie it up at least.
If I still...
So Tervagon's going to actually move towards my deployment. He's going to need a 3-inch run to get Line Breaker. We've already pre-measured it, so it doesn't matter actually where he puts him. Move to recover for the Hive Tyrant. 5 inches. So he'll have to stop at the wall. He won't be able to get through it. And then he's going to fire Heavy Venom Cannon right into them. This will ignore their armor, and it'll make their reanimation a 6+.
And right there's real good.
Yeah.
That's getting like 5 of them.
Yeah, so can you hit? Off by 3 inches. So you hit 1 with it. So a 2+ to wound. And then no 4-up armor, but I do have a 6-up reanimate because that was an insta-killing one. And he just spits in your face. I spit your venom back at you. And then the really important one, because if the game ends this turn and you haven't gotten any objectives, then you'll be losing unless you get this guy to a 3-inch run. Oh no, he doesn't make his run! No Line Breaker this turn. We forgot the Psychic Phase and all that craziness. We're going to do it now, because that would just be too much. 5 warp charges plus. 2, so 7. So they're gonna cast Paroxysm on the Deceiver. And they get it with 1, and I got a 5-up deny because I have Adamantium Will from the spiders, and I don't deny it, so it's minus D3 to my weapon skill and ballistic skill, minus 1. So he's down a weapon skill 4 and ballistic skill 4.
Alright.
Actually, oh, he's on a weapon skill 3, I think. 5-5, so now he's 4-4.
Alright.
And then he's just gonna attempt to put Catalyst on himself, nobody's within 12-inch range, and he gets it.
Yep.
So now we have this close combat. So 4 attacks from the Catan, now hitting on 4s instead of 3s. Of course, he just rolls 6s, and wounded on 2s. So 3 wounds, and you have a 3-up with no or with no feel no pain. Take 1 wound.
Alright.
Do you kill the Neurothrope?
Nope. I want this combat to go as long as it can.
Alright. It's down to 1, and then you hit back with your 2 attacks, sitting on 4s. And wounding on 6s. Ooh, can you actually inflict a wound? No. Fearless. I'm gonna try to hit and run out of there. Initiative 4. Nope, I'm stuck. And then over here, Initiative 4 is the Catan and as many Termagants as you can put into the spiders, because you need to kill one, because it gives you Big Game Hunter and ties up the game. So the black Termagants first, because they're in base contact with ones that are down to 1 wound, hitting on 4s. 6s to wound. Oh, we got 2! 3 plus. Oh, you got it!
Yes!
You killed the spider! And he's dead. That's a Big Game Hunter right there. And then the Ted Red ones, 10 red ones, not the Ted Red ones. 3 hits, winning on 6s. You can just roll them really fast. 6s, 6s, nothing. Yep. And the Catan hits on 3s and only gets 2 hits and wounds on 2s and kills 2 more of the black ones, which could be the ones right there. And then we have the spiders. Spiders against, I'm gonna put these against the red ones. 2 hits, 2 dead. So red ones, you can just pull the ones out of the back because they'll pile in. So I win combat, but you're fearless, and it's ongoing, yada, yada, yada. So you got, where's Big Game Hunter? There it is.
Big Game Hunter.
But you didn't get anything else.
Yeah.
There's no prisoners, is only if an entire unit. You didn't get objective 5, and you obviously don't have domination. You want to throw away domination?
Yeah.
If you have domination, you've won the game by this point.
Yeah.
So the score right now, counting it, considering for line breaker and all that, oh, if I had hit and run, I would have gone in this direction and got line breaker. It's tied 7-7 at the end of turn 5. So if the game finishes here, it is a tie. Why don't you throw a die? 3 plus, the game continues. And I don't know who that would be good for. All I know is that it wouldn't be a draw. Oh, the game's over! And it's a draw! Wow, that was ridiculous. 2 inches away from winning. A stupid Initiative 4 test away from winning, because it would have not been a draw. Yeah, I guess these guys could have been running, but in this case, it wouldn't. Right now, it wouldn't have made a difference. If we went to the next turn, it could have made a difference.
Yeah.
But very close. So thanks for watching. We're going to have a post-game show, as well as another game. We're going to be playing Tyranids versus, I think, Space Marines next, right? And so that'll both be available in the Vault, the links below. If you're not a Vault member, you can still click them, get a free 7-day trial to the MiniWarGaming Vault, get access to the thousands of battle reports, painting tutorials, behind the scenes, and everything else, and help support us in making all of these videos. So thanks for watching. Click the links below, and happy wargaming.